My book is finally here. 3 days shy of my 3,000 day anniversary of being clean from every substance. I'm going to read you the back of the book. You be the judge and see if you want to buy it. For nearly 20 years, I lived a double life in a small Midwestern city. The cops knew, my family didn't. I was a loving husband and father, a good provider, running a business and working full time. Always there for my wife and kids. If I'd been absent or out of reach, my cover would have been blown. The secret wasn't violence or bravado. It was discipline, respect, and the impossible act of being two people at once. By reading this book, you'll learn how I did it. This isn't a tale of glamour or power. It's a raw, honest account of addiction, secrecy, and redemption. In these pages, you will read about a level of survival you've never even thought possible. Today, I work as a behavioral health practitioner and a certified peer support specialist. I've dedicated my life to showing people that recovery is possible even from the darkest places. 17 years is a lifetime in the meth world. Most people don't last one. For me, every day was another step deeper into a prison without walls, a darkness I couldn't escape. If you've only been caught in addiction for a year or two, understand this: what you're living now is nothing compared to the hell I survived. Yet I made it out. I did it all in front of my wife and children. Nobody had a clue. Looking back, I probably should have won an Oscar for Best Actor every single day of those 17 years. So at the time of my arrest, when they raided my house, I would have accumulated 6,205 Oscar awards, enough to take up an entire basketball court, base to base. Now, let's see what the inside has to say. I'll tell you the introduction. Maybe you have a loved one caught in the grips of meth addiction. Maybe you suspect someone close to you is using. Maybe you're stuck and feel helpless. Or maybe you're just curious about a drug that destroys lives, families, and entire communities. Whatever brought you here, I'm glad you made it, because I need you to hear this. This story, it's a warning, a wake-up call, maybe even a lifeline. Methamphetamine isn't just another drug. It's not something you experiment with at a party and walk away from. Meth sinks its claws in. It doesn't just ruin lives, it obliterates them. Your body, your mind, your relationships, your future, gone if you're not careful. And I need to be honest about something else too. I manufactured, sold, and was addicted to methamphetamine for 17 years, long before fentanyl flooded the streets. Back then, fentanyl wasn't in our town, wasn't in the meth, wasn't killing people like it is now. I still made over 50,000 drug deals. I know this for a fact. If fentanyl had been around back then, I wouldn't be here right now. I'd be dead, or locked up for the rest of my life. Not because someone else messed up, because I would have handed someone a bag that killed them. Would have been on me. I started using and selling meth in different times. The year was 2000. Flip phones were a luxury. Blackberries were new. There was no social media, no GPS tracking, no cameras on every corner. Back then you could still slip through the cracks. I did. I paid a heavy price for it. This is my story, a story of addiction, of destruction, ultimately redemption. I'm going to take you deep into the underbelly of the meth world, not the glamorized version, the real one, the violent one, the paranoid one, the one where everyone's your friend until they're not. The only thing more dangerous than the drug is trusting the wrong person. You'll hear about the betrayals, the losses, the lives shattered, and the terrifying truth. Some of those lives never came back. I should never have been in this world. I was a family man, a father, a son running a legitimate business by day, living inside nonstop chaos by night. My phone rang off the hook. Texts came in at all hours. Coded messages that had to be answered fast. Desperate, impatient customers. Deals had to be made one after another, and noise never stopped. Around me was constant paranoia, drug-induced psychosis, thieves circling, snitches whispering, and friends who could turn enemy the second the dope ran out. Yet almost nobody knew. The only people who did were my customers and the police. To everyone else, I was just a father, a worker, a neighbor. I lived a double life, built on secrecy. In this book, I'm going to explain how I pulled it off. The cops knew what I was doing from the very beginning. They circled me year after year, while other dealers tried what I was doing and failed. Busted, broken, or swallowed whole within months. I lasted 17 years. I'm not bragging, I'm just stating the facts from a large portion of my life spent in a world designed to destroy people like me. I was an anomaly, a man who never should have been there at all. A father, a worker, a son, buried in a world designed to destroy people like me. I was an outlier, the one who lasted when no one else could, The one who stayed standing in a place where survival wasn't supposed to happen. Lasting as long as I did wasn't glory, it was a curse. It meant paranoia, betrayal, and a kind of trust from dangerous men that could get you killed if you slipped once. Even the cartels let me move their products, something they never allowed a family man to do. The worst part about this story in my life, the part that I still have trouble with to this day, it's the fact that I had to lie 24/7 to the people around me, everybody I came in contact with, for 17 years straight. That's the truth. Dark, heavy, and unshakable. Even the cartels let me move the products, something they never allowed family men to do. And if you're wondering how a man like me, an anomaly and an outlier, managed to last 17 years in a world designed to eat people alive, keep reading. You're not just holding a book, you're holding my confession. The life I lived through should have destroyed me. I shouldn't have made it out alive. I did, and I'll tell you how I did it and how I found purpose again. I clawed my way out. I stopped chasing death and started chasing life. If you're thinking about trying meth, I hope my story stops you cold. If you're already caught in it, I hope it gives you a reason to fight. If you love someone who's stuck in this nightmare, I hope it helps you understand what they're up against and gives you strength to help them find their way out. Because this isn't just my story, it's our story. It's about the darkness of addiction and the light of recovery. It's about the lives we can still save if we're brave enough to face the truth. I've dedicated my life to helping the ones this drug tried to destroy. This is my fight against meth, and I hope it becomes yours too. This is it. If you want to read a story that answers all the questions you've always wondered about the meth world, this is the book. A large part of the proceeds will go to charity. I just want people to read the book and really find out what the hell's going on. Thank you. I appreciate all of you. I've had this YouTube channel for over a year and a half. Everything I do for a reason. The reason I got 1,700 subscribers is I introduced this book. I finally wrote it, so here it is. Thank you. Leave a like, subscribe. Talk to you later.